It's a mid-size luxury sedan, and it's pretty fast too. Handles well, and on top of all that, it's a hybrid, so it should be pretty good in fuel economy. The Lexus GS450H. Is it all of these things? Let's find out. On the outside, it sports Lexus's newly designed front grille, so it looks pretty similar to their other cars, including the all-new top-of-the-line Lexus LS. The blue Lexus emblem visually clues you into the fact that this one has hybrid power. While I like the newly designed aggressive front end, I think they could have done a bit more with the rest of the body. It does look modern and luxurious, but I think it could use a bit more personality overall. Inside, it's another story. The totally redesigned interior is definitely a winner. It's also similar to the other cars in the Lexus family. And it features the largest infotainment screen currently available in any car. The attention to detail is evident. The bamboo steering wheel really feels nice on your hand, and it stretches all the way across the dash. Nice thinking. Eco-friendly, sustainable wood, all in a nice hybrid package. The power seats are really top-notch. You can adjust the length of the leg and the bolsters as well, plus the very top of the seat. Very nice touch. These seats are very comfortable, and short or tall, you will love them. The fit and finish is top-notch, and the interior is very well thought out. Slide this back in the console and you've got storage. There's the place to hook up your smart or iPhone. Moving forward a bit, that's where you have your transmission control. There's an EV mode under 25 miles an hour. There's also an eco mode, and it defaults to the normal driving mode. Then you also have sport. You put it in sport, and then you can put it in sport plus too, and that gives you the most power available. And you can definitely feel the difference when you're driving. It really takes on an entirely different personality. There it's red for sport, and then put it back to eco and it goes blue. So the attention to detail is definitely there, and this is a very impressive and technically advanced car. It helps to be tech savvy to control the infotainment screen. It's actually mouse operated. You click, move it around just like a mouse, and that's the way it works. Go back to the main menu, and you can see you can control your navigation, info and apps, radio, media, climate control, phone, everything. Moving down, you've got a nice analog clock there, and then of course the dual zone climate control with heated and cooled seats. As you would expect, the bamboo steering wheel tilts and telescopes, and you have more controls on the side here for your heads-up display, which is a really nice feature. You don't have to look away from the road, and you get information on your speed. Very nice. You can turn the traction control off over here. I would not recommend that. And of course, all your standard power window controls. And of course, it has a smart key system too. So just be in the proximity of the car and it'll open up the door for you. And then also just keep the key in your pocket and you have a push button start. The cruise control stalk should look familiar to you if you own a Toyota or a Lexus, but this one is a bit more high-end than the Toyotas. This one will keep you a safe distance behind the cars in front of you. You also get control for the Bluetooth on the steering wheel, and of course your radio and mode as well. Plus, you've got your paddle shifters right behind the steering wheel if you want to shift yourself. In back you have your own ventilation control and charger as well, and there's room for 3 across. Or if you like, you can pull down the center armrest and you have your own custom console. The console offers a bit of storage and also your own private controls for the radio and the ventilation system. You can also operate the rear sunshade. As you would expect from a mid-sized luxury sedan, it does feature a very large trunk. Power comes from a 3.5-liter V6, which makes 286 horsepower and 254 pound-feet of torque. Add the electric motor and you get a total of 338 horsepower. Acceleration is pretty close to the normally aspirated GS, with 0 to 60 taking just 5.6 seconds. Top speed is limited to 138 miles per hour. Fuel economy is very good for a car of this size. The GS 450H gets 29 miles per gallon on the highway and 34 in the city. You can expect 31 miles per gallon overall. Now, pricing for the GS 450H starts at a tick under $60,000. Of course, you're gonna want your luxury package. That's over $5,000. Lane keep assist, that'll keep you in your lane, and that's a nice safety feature to have. Also, the blind spot warning indicators, that's an orange light that lights up near your side view mirrors to let you know someone's in your blind spot. Very nice to have. And by the time all is said and done and you've got all the options, well, you're pretty darn close to $72,000. And that's certainly not cheap, but the LS starts at $72,000. So that's a pretty good price when you consider this one has just about everything the LS has, but for less. Now, competition comes from the likes of the Audi A6 and, of course, the BMW 5 Series. There's also the Mercedes E-Class, and then you have the Infiniti M-Class. But really the only true competition is the Infiniti M-Class, since they also make a hybrid. Now, I guess comparing Nissan Infiniti to a Toyota Lexus is kind of like a Ford Chevy thing, and I don't think we can solve that one today. So we'll just let that go. But this is a very, very comfortable car, and it's very luxurious. It will be very comfortable any way you want to use it, and you've got the two sport modes, the S and the S Plus mode. So it's a lot of car for the money, and it's less than the top of the line LS. So it's late at night, you're driving around, you're getting a little sleepy, and the car knows it. When you start to drift out of your lanes, this GS will beep at you and make sure that you're alert. So it does have lane keep assist and other safety features as well. It'll actually slow you down to somewhere around 15-17 miles an hour. Even if you're going like 60 and you don't see that cars are stopped in front of you, this car will actually stop you. So safety is really top notch. Another great safety feature is the smart cruise control, and basically that keeps you at the speed that the cars are going in front of you, and you can adjust it for sensitivity. So if you'd like to be a little closer to that car, you can adjust that a little further away. Works very well. We're slowing down right now, as a matter of fact, and there's a lane keep assist. So this car is always looking out for you, even if you aren't. So earlier I was talking about the styling of the GS, and I said I liked the front end, which is now more aggressive and fits in better with the rest of the Lexus lineup, but I also said that the rest of it was pretty bland, and I actually saw 5 Series BMW in the same color as this one, and I noticed that, you know, a lot of late model cars, they're kind of limited by what the engineers say they need to look like, and so you don't oftentimes see a very aggressive styled mid-size or luxury sedan these days. There are some exceptions, but basically you need to make the car large enough and give it a large trunk, so that kind of limits the shape. But I think overall that they've done a good job with the styling. They're trying to appeal to a bit younger audience, and you can see that in their commercials, and they've made it a bit more aggressive, but you know, to go over the top and style it too aggressively, I think they would lose some of their already built-in buyers and fans. So I think that they've done a good job. They've played it smart, and if not extremely aggressively on the styling, it is a good-looking car. And really, looks aren't everything. And what you do get is a technologically advanced car, a very safe car, and also a hybrid that gets great gas mileage, but at the same time, go ahead and put it in the Sport or Sport Plus mode, and it just takes on an entirely different personality. pretty amazing. It's like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde transformation. Start using the paddle shifters, engage the Sport or Sport Plus mode, and this car starts feeling a lot smaller than it really is. The engine growls, and believe it or not, you can actually, even with all the traction control and safety on this car, you can get it a bit loose in the turns, but it does eventually catch you. I don't think you can turn the traction control off totally. You can turn it off, but I don't think it totally lets go, which is nice for safety. Road's a bit wet, and this car has a lot of horsepower, but it instills a sense of confidence. So I've got the smart cruise control set. You can see my heads-up display there. Very helpful. And the sensitivity is controlled right on the steering wheel. Right now it's the lowest sensitivity. It's going to keep me as close to the car in front of me as possible, but still safe. Now it's going to keep me further, so it'll slow down a little bit to give me a little bit more of a safety cushion. So that's an intelligent cruise control, and it works very well. To sum up the Lexus GS450H, well, it really is actually all of the things you want in a mid-size luxury sedan. It's got plenty of room, it's extremely comfortable, it's extremely luxurious, and when you put it into the S or S Plus mode, it's also very, very, very fast. Plus, it's a hybrid too, so you get great fuel economy. So, in the end, the answer is yes to all of those things. The Lexus GS450H is all that you want in a mid-size luxury car and more. I'm Drivin Katz.